So, Jacob, we're going to break down these fights as we always do. But we're going to do a little easier, a little faster. We're going to get to the point, and we're going to start just going at it. So, right out of the gate, we've got Karol Rosa taking on Lina Lansberg. Karol Rosa's 15-4 overall. She's 4-0-1 in her last 5. She is coming off her first UFC loss. That's Jacob.
Sorry.
She's taking on Lina Lansberg, who's 10-6 overall, 2-3 in her last 5. She is riding a 2-fight skid. This is actually a tricky fight, right? I think Karol Rosa is going to win this fight, but Lina Lansberg is a Muay Thai national champion, and if you play that game, and you get in the clinch with her, you could have a long night. So I think Karol Rosa wins.
I think that was in the 80s.
She's a little older than both of us, so it was not recent. It was not recent.
I like how you throw that in. Both of us, by the way.
It was not recent, but I do think Karol Rosa wins, but there's definitely a world where Lina Lansberg wins. And to prove that point, Lina Lansberg is such a good striker that when she fought Cyborg took her down. Didn't even strike with her, just took her down.
Wow. And
the other side of that, Lina Lansberg just lost to Panty Kanzad in a striking match, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was
going to say that's a great breakdown because Karol Rosa literally is better everywhere, and I love that this fight is starting the card because that gives everyone an opportunity. It's an early start. It's an early start Saturday, right? Everyone's got to set their alarms. This fight with the prelim or with the intros and everything should be about a half an hour. So you are now able to set your alarms a half an hour later than you were going to because you can completely miss this fight and get right to the next one and the rest of the prelim. So set your alarms 15 or half an hour later than you would, and you'll be good to go, ready for 280, well rested.
I will say, so we're both on the Karol Rosa side. Here's the stats if you guys want to pause or look at them or whatever. Some people care very deeply about the stats. It is tricky, though, because Karol Rosa, Sarah McMahon just worked her. Just absolutely worked her. And Lina Lansberg's not a grappler, but, we've seen less surprising things. We've seen people come out here and be like, okay, well, that's how you beat that person.
Well, she's not a grappler, but she is I would say she's a controller. I mean, she holds on to girls and just keeps them there in that Muay Thai clinch and stuff. So, I mean, that's almost grappling in its own right. As long as you're controlling someone, it really doesn't matter if they're on their back or against the fence. Control is control. I mean, it all counts the same.
And it literally does with DraftKings, right? They will score you holding somebody against the cage as control time. Is there a world where you spend $9,200 on Karol Rosa and DraftKings?
No. You know what's surprising, too? I was looking at the Tapology and who people are picking. The only other more confident pick on this card than Karol Rosa is Makayev over Malcolm Gordon at 97%, 97%, and Karol Rosa is at 93%, the second most confident pick on the card.
That's
which is, I get
insane.
I get it, I guess. But
I don't. I get, obviously, we're both picking her to win. And first of all, if the collective people, 97% of them think that she wins. I guess that's what that's saying. That's 93. Saying 97% of people think she wins. That 93. Doesn't mean whatever. 93% of people think she wins. Not that people think she wins this fight 93% of the time.
No, yeah, that's exactly right. But
yeah,
still,
so I guess that is.
I mean,
it's
this
like
is
a Rotten
women's
Tomatoes
MMA
score.
match. I know, but this is a women's MMA match that can go to the judges, and we all know judges are idiots. I almost dropped a hard F word right there, but I realized it's just live. We gotta
tone back the cursing.
No,
not we, you. So I think Karol Rosa wins minus 333. I think that's super wide. I think she should be a 2-1. Lina's last performance was not great, but she has worlds of combat experience. She is older, but she's tough. She's not somebody you just put away. The time she's been finished, she was taken down. It was on the ground. So we're both on the same side here. Are you spending $9,200 on Karol Rosa and DraftKings?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to have her just ruin my absolute perfect lineup with her 30-point performance. No, she's not in my lineup.
Yeah, no. There's 13 fights to pick from, 26 fighters.
You know what's funny? Speaking of DraftKings, real quick. I don't know if Mr. Savage level 9,000 is in here. He's usually in here on the live streams. I joined a random league, and the first person underneath my name is his name. I don't know if you can see it, but funny. I was like, holy shit, I know that name. So don't take our advice and then beat me with our advice. I'd be very upset about that.
Monkey Knife Fight, 115 strikes to 65. I'm not touching that either. If you guys want to give Monkey Knife Fight a try with the strike lines, go for it. I'm not touching that. 115 to 65, like that's a wild gap. And all it's going to take is Lina Lansberg to get a few clinches going, and that's not going to be so wide anymore. What do you think?
I mean, that Sarah McMahon fight was like a little bit wild, and she landed 92. So I'm looking at this one. I think it's a less. I think they're just holding on to each other for 15 minutes. So if anything, I think it's a less.
I mean, it is still a women's MMA fight with
but Lina,
mostly strikers.
Lina doesn't even want to. She doesn't want to strike though. She literally just wants to hold people. Just hold people. The elbow queen. Oh, the elbow queen.
Is that her nickname?
Yeah, it's their nickname. It's really hard not to cuss right now. I tell you. I don't know why.
All right. Well, we're both on the Karol Rosa side, but neither one of us are going to do anything with that information other than watch the fight and move on with our lives.
Yeah, don't bet it.